Our sun is dying. Mankind faces extinction. 7 years ago, the Icarus Project sent a mission to restart the sun. But that mission was lost before it reached the star.
On a previous episode during our Zombie Night Extravaganza theme month, we explored Danny Boyle and Alex Garland's first collaboration, 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is debated on whether it's technically a zombie film, as Alex Garland was inspired by 1970s zombie films as well as The Day of the Triffids, while Danny Boyle doesn't view it as a zombie film at all. Boyle and Garland create the rage virus that within seconds turns a healthy human into an enraged animal that tries to quickly attack and destroy the uninfected. Humans are infected through blood and saliva, not necessarily bitten. This 2002 film is credited with reinvigorating the zombie genre, which had hit a bit of a dry spell in the last few years, and creating an early version of the fast zombies that would power through many zombie films in the 2000s. Tonight we're talking about Danny Boyle and Alex Garland's next collaboration, Sunshine, which also stars Cillian Murphy, along with a truly impressive list of recent actors: Michelle Yeoh, Chris Evans, Rose Byrne, Cliff Curtis, Benedict Wong, Hiroyuki Sanada. Sunshine sees Cillian Murphy as, shockingly, an American astrophysicist named Robert, who has designed an impressively large bomb that's never truly been tested. But this bomb is meant to be dropped from a spacecraft into the sun, which has been suddenly dying, meaning the Earth will soon die too. The bomb is theoretically meant to reignite the sun by blowing apart a cue ball particle that's eating the sun from the inside out. The first mission, 7 years earlier, the Icarus 1, the second mission of course is the Icarus 2, cursed names for a journey to the sun I must say, fell out of communication and never responded again. It was assumed that everyone on the Icarus 1 died. The second mission scraped together all the materials to build a bomb left on Earth, meaning it's Earth's last chance, also invoking early ideas about climate change and the theory of the God particle. Big things were happening in the world of science in 2007.
And the story is usually that there's a signal from space and the crew change course because of it. And if you think through your favourite sci-fi films, serious ones, not the fantasy ones, they all have that plot device in them. And it's because we've not been there and we don't have any stories about them. Or we do, but they're fantastical because they're made up.
Sunshine is inspired by the big names in what Danny Boyle calls serious science fiction. 2001: A Space Odyssey, Solaris, Ridley Scott's Alien, as well as John Carpenter's Dark Star.
Go. Captain, return to airlock. Do you copy? Captain, return to airlock. Do you copy?
Elements of these films are included in Sunshine, and similarly to these films, the big questions are tackled about the mission versus the individual's life, whether a computer system can be trusted, whether there's some type of creator in the universe, and whether we're playing God by trying to save ourselves when the universe clearly means to render us extinct. The big questions engulf this film like the total light of the sun. Alex Garland and Danny Boyle brought a physicist named Brian Cox, who was in the process of working on CERN's Large Hadron Collider, to help with the science of Sunshine, despite the drop a bomb on the sun thing being a scientifically shaky premise, to say the least. Cillian Murphy was brought to visit CERN during the making of the film, and he ended up getting drunk with Brian Cox, chatting about the universe.
And so he enjoyed focusing on that. But also, Cillian is a very easy person to get on with, and we got on very well. So we had quite a few sort of long alcohol-fueled nights discussing the issues brought up by the script.
Sunshine definitely hits the familiar notes, from constant equipment malfunctions to the need to manually go outside and fix the ship, the psychological toll that being stuck in a tiny ship has on individual psychology, endless vast area of deep space used to affect awe and horror, as well as man's ultimate reliance on technology for survival. Alex Garland and Danny Boyle, co-writing this film, both have a deep understanding of suspense and drama. Ultimately, that's what sells the more intense moments out in deep space, and a lot could be forgiven if it's solidly timed. The technology and visual effects in Sunshine have been praised. The Kenny suit, a pretty funny South Park reference, was designed to deflect the radiation and the heat using gold leaf and modeled on NASA technology. NASA also inspired one of the coolest devices in the film, the oxygen garden, that allows astronauts to create their own oxygen and food. The whole film is a pretty cool light show, using light both literally and metaphorically, with religious reference to dust in the face of God. The film was decently received by critics, but didn't make as much money as the studio hoped. It was yet another notch in the belt for Alex Garland, who was not yet a director, but as a writer who was developing a reputation for bold, scientifically based, interesting projects.
Sit. Sit.